All right, here we go. So what are we doing? We're empowering like-minded individuals in achieving and exceeding their wealth and personal goals. Is that you guys? Okay. Win, win or no deal. I'm not going to go through it. I am doing the new culture video series. I hope you guys are watching these little videos I'm putting out every week that Colleen sends out the email, right? I dive into each one of our beliefs and how that looks where we're showing up in the world. That's it. We are a training, coaching, consulting, and technology company creating the culture and community where entrepreneurs thrive, right? Whoop, whoop. Now, this is Gary Keller, some of his little nuggets, right, that he dropped at Mega Camp. When you fall, you're going to get up and run. When you stumble, gather yourself and run. When you are down, look up and run. When you are scared, find your way and run. When you're happy, embrace your joy and run. What are we doing? Running, right? Are you guys running? Yeah? I know yous are, because wait until you see these numbers. What is everybody looking forward to? Colleen finds the best things. I'm looking forward to, I'm going to Italy next month with my dad. I'll be out of office for 10 days. I'm very excited. We're going to visit my family's village and participate in the medieval games that they're having. I'm very excited. What is everybody else looking forward to? It's this coming up end of summer. There's got to be something here. Sanderson. Oh, let me just talk about Lisa Sanderson's golf game. And I am looking forward to seeing Lisa on the course on Wednesday. And it's a holy smokes. I said, what have you've been playing me for years? All of a sudden she's coming out like a ringer. Talk to me. Yes. Nice. Yay. What does everybody else have? Back to school? Get those kids out of the house, get them back to school. Ashley Schreck, you just came back, right? I saw you were away. Naples. All parents are excited for school to start. Is there anything else that's coming up that I should know about that people are excited about? Stio. Yes. Oh, thank God. Whew. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're here to support her absolutely any way that we can. All right, I'm going to move right along. If there's nothing else? No? Cassie just came back. We're excited to have her back. I'm looking forward to you being back. We missed you. Let's welcome our newest agents. We have Paul Young, who is on the Mark Shea team. We have Miguel Casares, who's out of our Tannersville office, and Melissa Cummings in the house. Welcome, Melissa. Welcome to the jungle. That's perfect. August birthdays, let's just say happy birthday to all these people: David Kerr, Terry Langan, Haley, Raffalina, Kirsten, Lisa Gilmore, Danny Holmes, Catherine, Seth Brown, Cheryl Linares, Matt Gilmore, Janet Ferraro, Maxine Foster, Janine, Carolina Evangelista, Robin Orsargos, Melissa, Allie, Donna Stio, Janet Sanderson, Kristen Durger, Maria, Helen, and Regina. People were busy in December. Woo! That's winter in the Poconos. Now we have our work anniversaries. This is fantastic. I love this new slide, by the way. Tara Andrews, 8 years. Matt Boyce, 2 years. Kristen Durger, 15 years. Carol Evans, 9. Joseph Finkbeiner, 10 years. Lisa Finkbeiner, 10 years. Linda Fisher, 4 years. Our sweet, sweet Linda. Bob Hay, 16 years. Maria McDonough, 1 year. Janine, 1 year. Frank Ricano, 1 year. Teresa Rocco, 14 years. Randy Secor, 1 year. Dan Taylor, who is one of our OPs, 8 years. Cassie Transu, 9 years. And Kirsten Van Fleet, 13 years. Congratulations, guys. Happy anniversary. So who's next? Uh-oh, we're switching some things up. Our affiliates, who's coming up? Maria, come on up. Look at Maria's new banner, everybody. Isn't it fantastic? We love it.
I was a little nervous about putting it up because the picture's a lot bigger than I expected, but I paid for it and I wasn't getting rid of it. So good morning, everyone. Couple things. I'm very excited. I've been telling you guys about my appraisal class coming up next Thursday. The VP of my appraisal company, Dan Holtzman, is going to be present, and he got a PA appraiser as well. So please be on that Zoom call. We're going to ask questions. We're going to talk about how to read an appraisal. I'm super excited because it's not easy to get an appraiser to get on a Zoom call.
Not.
So I'm very excited about that. I had a question for any of you. Real quick mortgage tip. How do you know, well, let's rephrase that. When someone's changing jobs, are they allowed to do that during the pre-approval process or the loan process? Anybody know? Okay, yes and no. It depends on, yes, it could be in the same field, but it also depends on how they're getting paid. So if someone's starting a brand new part-time job, 5 hours 1 week, 20 hours, not gonna go well. They get a salary offer letter. I've had it happen during the process. So a lot of people think they can't do that and they freak out. Tell them to call their loan officer because sometimes they're getting a better job, better pay, same field.
Yeah.
But it can happen, and it does happen all the time. So I don't want people to think their deals are gonna fall apart. So the offer letter, the salary, that's what you want to see. Okay, you don't want to see part-time variable income.
I can't just quit my job and
no,
take a part-time
and don't quit your job, and don't open up new credit. Don't go co-sign for anyone.
All right.
Okay, so I hope to see you guys on the Zoom class next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
You're welcome.
And let's go, Marty. Marty, come on up. Marty from Homefront. We also have our other in-house vendors, Safeguard, KPSS, MV Insurance Services, and America's Preferred Home Warranty. But go ahead, Marty, sweet Marty.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Marty Nickel, Homefront. Most of you know me. And I want to do two things today. One is we have the golf outing coming up. So to help practice for the golf outing next Friday at 3 o'clock, the Shawnee driving range, whoever wants to just, show up, hit a couple balls, practice and stuff. So Friday, 3 o'clock, Shawnee driving range. There might even be a couple of beers and water or whatever, just to kind of relax outside. The other is my job, I always think, is to help you close more deals. So we definitely want to get pre-approvals moved from those national vendors like, Rocket, Chase, and Wells, who don't help our buyers really get to do things, to us, a local lender. And a good example of how I helped somebody close a deal is I had a buyer who lost probably 3 or 4 deals by underbidding on a property. So they give me a call. Yeah, they're low one. So they give me a call and go, oh, there's a property on the market 3 days. It's listed for $300,000. Give me a 280 pre-approval. I'm like, say that again? It's been on the market for 3 days. So I go, would you sell your house for less than asking if you've been on the market for 3 days? Well, I don't know. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you 3 pre-approvals. A 280, what you asked for. A 300 with also the loan estimate, so they know the monthly payment and the cash to close, and a 325. And I basically say, if it's been on the market 3 days and it's a fantastic house, it's going to get competitive. Are you ready to go above asking price? And do you know what that's going to cost you? And guess what? They first made an offer at asking. It went to final and best, and they put in the higher offer. So they knew the numbers more. So that to me is not just doing a loan officer job. Here's your pre-approval. Educating a buyer to make offers that get accepted. So let's close more deals together. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Marty. See at the driving range next Friday. I'm really excited about that. And if you don't have clubs, you can borrow some of my clubs too. God knows I got enough in my bag. All right, let's hit it with the numbers, guys. I'm super jazzed about this. Let's talk about it. We had the best July since 2020. Okay? Whoa. Mic drop all of it. Everybody drop everything. All right. Well, I have to pull up my phone for reference because I took a snap of what we did last month, just so you guys have some awareness as to how good this actually is. So our closed units are up month over month 6.8%. Last month they were down 7.6%. Right? So year to date we're down 9%, but we were down 13%. All right. So we're starting to trend correctly. Closed volume was up 10.8% month over month. Did we re-implement that every time a phone rings, it's $20 to KW Cares or no? No, I'm just kidding. So closed volume is up 10.8%. We're down just 4%, 4.8% year to date, but that was down 7.9%. So we're really hacking away at this, which is tremendous. Our listings taken is up 21.6% month over month. We are up 33% year to date. Listings taken volume 48%. We are up 57% year over year. That's huge. That is huge. Listings sold. Here we go. Listings sold. We are up 16.3% and we are up 5.3% year to date. Listings sold volume. We're up 5.8% month over month. We are down 4.8%, but that number was 7.2% last month. Ooh, we're banging this out, right? Contracts written 13%. We are up. We were down 3% last month. Okay, we're up 13%. We are up 18.9% month over month in our volume, in our contracts written volume. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Your money, right? It's up 8% month over month. Yes, that means extra lattes. No, it doesn't. Put it in the bank. All right, so we're still down 7.5%, but that number was 10.5% last month. So we are really doing a tremendous job in a market that isn't necessarily certain. So congratulations, guys. I'm so excited about that. Our profitability was the best since it's been in 2020. So congratulations to you guys. Let's take a look at this because we are still crushing the market share at PMAR, right? We have 13.7% of everything that sells in this market. The next competitor is Keller Williams Northampton. Okay, they're at 3.9%. Then we hit SmartWay at 2.8, Coldwell Banker at 2.8, and so on. But as you could see, the yellow again is our buyers, the green is our sellers. So we're trending a little bit listing heavy, which is what we want to do, right? Because when we control the listings, we control the market, right? Kudos. Yes, yes. Excited about the next one. Sweet, sweet Milford. Moving up a spot. Another spot. They've moved up in the rankings. That's awesome. They started the year, right? They were last. They have now successfully chomped away, and they are right there as we're making our way up the ladder, right? So number one is Chance, and number two is Keller Williams Scranton. So congratulations, Saul, and to KW Milford, because that's amazing. That's a tough market, right? So let's go right into our top producers. Who's excited about it? I know I am. All right. Look at this board. Danette Troxel, number one. Lori Harishko, number two. Michelle DeLuca, number three. Chelsea Alexich, number four. And Ashley Schreck, number five. Congratulations, guys. This is in a team of 180 agents, guys. This is huge, okay? Top producing teams. We have Jess Keller, team number one. Dana Parrish, team number two. Arlene Quirk-Schomburger, team number three. Rosalie Tony Bowetti, number four. And the Barb Miller, team number five. Congratulations, guys. Top producing mega teams. Galligan Realty Group, number one. Jim Chrisman, team number two. Donna Steo, team number three. Kelly Realty Group, number four, and Christina Primrose, number five. Yay. Right? Here's our committees. Join our committees. We have committees happening, right? So go to the culture committee, education committee, and Growth Committee. They're there to help you grow your business, right? Thank you. Coaching milestones, Cassie, here we go. Mic up. Mic up.
Thanks.
I'm gonna hit the button.
Okay, hit the button. I'm excited to see. No, I'm just kidding. I'm glad to be back. Thank you for everybody who helped out while I was away. It was
Yes.
really, really awesome.
It's a group effort here.
Yeah, Randy Secor. He got his first listing. He also put that listing under contract and I believe very close to closing that first listing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ed got his first closing. We also have a lot more coming in the pipeline, which is really cool. Like Janine getting 2 under contract after all of her hard work. So very exciting. Zeta. Zeta is our agent of the month.
Yeah.
So not only is she at every class that she possibly can, she even comes to the advanced. She comes to everything she possibly can. She's embracing her language, right? And using that in real estate, which we're really excited about. She speaks Spanish 100%, right?
Beautiful.
And we realized her neighbor was Haley.
No way.
Yeah. Like next door neighbor or back neighbor. Front, next door. So it was really funny. When she first showed up, Haley's like, aren't you my neighbor? Right? So it was a really good example of what we need to do as agents and how we can't be secret agents and put ourselves out there. And Zeta, you do that every day. So I'm very proud of you and excited for you.
That's beautiful. Congratulations.
Now
Now,
still number 1.
I don't want you to walk away because we just celebrated your coaching agents milestones. Could we celebrate maybe one for you?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like to introduce Cassie, who is now what's the correct title?
It's the director of productivity. So I'm the executive coach for all of KPG.
Correct. The coaches of all coaches. You will be working as the executive coach for our Thrive community. So it is no longer going to be referred to as productivity coaching. It is now Thrive,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So Cassie's going to work with all of the offices and streamlining and getting the coaches up to the level we expect, right?
Yes, I get to help other coaches achieve what I've gotten to do, and I'm very, very excited about it because it is a wonderful job to have. So I'm still going to be your coach. So really excited. We're starting September 1st, and it is now Thrive. So
That's
completely
amazing.
rebranded.
That's beautiful. Congrats, Cassie. Opportunities. You want to talk about Lisa? Yeah, we might as well.
So Lisa, my assistant, is no longer my assistant. She also is a full-time employee of KPG. She is solely doing K-Score. So those of you who know people who are looking to get into real estate, not currently in real estate, but looking to get into real estate, they will go directly to Lisa for all of KPG market centers. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment in the beginning because I know she's attached to everything that says Cassie.
Yes.
So, major kudos to Lisa.
Yeah, see, a prime example of opportunities being available when you are plugging in and you're excelling at a high level, right? Positions and opportunity just finds you. It's how you grab onto it. And I love both of you guys. I couldn't be happier. So congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're gonna.
We've come a long way. So, leadership of you guys, it's really exciting to watch.
It is exciting to watch. It's exciting to watch everybody get these opportunities with growth, and what we're doing is really cool. And we couldn't do it without everybody here. So here's our sweet Colleen with our MCOM update, talking about everything we need to know about getting paid.
There's a lot on here, but it'll be sent out to everybody. So I have a prep to get paid class next week on the 21st at 1 o'clock via Zoom. If you have any questions about how to upload things to Command, how to submit your commission tabs, things like that, please come to the class. If you can't make it on the 21st, just let me know. And I have videos. They're on the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, you should be doing so, please. The next thing is please submit deposit forms before a wire or earnest is coming in. I'm having a lot of wires come in without addresses and a completely different name. And so that is an issue because I have to send emails then to figure out whose it is, and things aren't uploaded to command. So I really need those ahead of time. So please tell your TCs as well. That really helps me to just quickly let you know that the wire has arrived.
Do you know how much money comes in and out of this office every single day? For us to try and track down who this $2,500 deposit belongs to is just a waste of our time. Can you put a form together? Thank you.
Well, I had one that was $82,000 the other day and had no idea who it was for. So
Yeah.
we have the $1,000 and then the large one. I figured it out, luckily. But again, nothing was in command, which you should be submitting early and often, please, because we need to see your files. The Real Estate Commission came in the other day for their 2-year check-in, and I have to show them files within command. Luckily, I can pick and choose at points, but sometimes they'll ask for a specific file. If your file is not uploaded, we will get a fine and we get in trouble. So please make sure you're submitting your files.
Colleen, who's going to pay that fine?
I don't
Not
want to
gonna
in the
be-
office.
It's not going to be me.
No,
No.
it's going to be the agent. So just know that we don't want you guys to get fined. We're here to protect you, but help us out by submitting your files, please. The next thing is KWIQ or Quick. It is a search feature within Command. It used to be at the bottom right-hand side. It's AI built into Command. So you can now access that at the top of every page in Command to make it easier. It's a good resource. If you have a quick question or anything, it can tell you all the information about KW or Command. So if you have questions on that, let me know. The website dashboard has been updated. Your marketing profile, it's not buried anymore when you have to go to your settings and everything. It's right in the website section of Command. If none of you have any idea what I'm talking about, let me know. I will walk you through it. I'm thinking next month I will have a website class as well. So if you have questions, let me know. The contact section of Command has been enhanced. It's now a table view. It makes the contact management easier. A lot of you have noticed this and reached out about it. There are bulk actions on the bottom right-hand side now. Makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to go to the drop-down menu at the top. Then there's the Command app. Make sure that you have automatic updates on the Command app on your phone. If you don't have the Command app on your phone, you should get it. You get notifications to your phone, push notifications of any leads or anything that come in.
How do I get that, Colleen?
You go to your app store or your Play Store on your phone and you can download KW Command.
Okay.
And your login is the same as the desktop version of Command. So it's easy as long as you know your password. That's the tricky part. Exactly.
Right.
Yep. So yes, Jess brought up a good point. You can share your consumer app directly from KW Command as well. It makes it very easy. You don't even have to go into the consumer app. If you don't know what the consumer app is, please reach out to me. You should be sharing that with anyone and everyone that you know. The last thing, let's see. Oh, there are no updates yet on the Canva integrations. There have been some changes with what's happening with that. I was hoping at Mega Camp they would have announced something. I haven't heard anything yet. So I will keep everyone posted, 3rd quarter. So I will let everybody know. And that's it for now.
Colleen, just really quickly too, at Mega Camp, didn't they announce that there's going to be a couple different playbooks for us now?
There is.
Yeah. Isn't there going to be an AI playbook?
It's already available and it's going to be in my weekly email this week. So get ready
Colleen,
and
is-
download it.
Is there going to be a playbook volume 2?
Volume 3
Volume 3?
of MREA. So if you have the MREA playbook, there's a 3rd volume that just came out.
All
And
right.
I'll include that in my weekly email as well. Yep. Yes. Unfortunately, at Mega Camp, a couple people were able to pick them up, but pre-order right now.
I can't wait to get my hands on that AI playbook and see
Same.
what everybody's doing out there with it.
And they had classes at Mega Camp about AI and everything that's going on. And there are one-pagers as well. I'm waiting for a few of those to be available, and those will be in the weekly email that goes out at 8:30 on Monday mornings. Read through the entire thing. There's some helpful things in there.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, here's the info. You're gonna scan. Oh, you want to tell us about it?
Sure. So there are, if you don't know already, in the design section of Command, if you can't figure out something to post on social media, there are 30 different social media prompts that you can select and customize and post on your social media accounts.
Oh, that's good. So if
make
I
it
don't know what to
easy.
say, it give me an idea of what's put
Exactly.
out there. Oh, here's our broker team. Here they come. The men that keep us all going.
Hello, hello. Where's David? Oh, there's David. First, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy first anniversary. Now, why am I doing that, David?
They have no idea, Bob. They don't know what it is.
What were we doing this time last year? It's been a year. Yeah. And we survived. Yeah, look at us. Look at it. Look at not this picture, but the previous pictures that Karen had up. Did we survive? Yeah. Yeah.
The change that have been implemented at the state level regarding how we operate with our dire agency contract and our new agreement, correct? Where we went through that whole rigmarole. It feels like it was 10 years ago, but yet it was only a year ago. I understand. We're still trying to teach everybody how to use it.
Yeah, there's still a lot of challenges. Sometimes David and I say, we think we have more problems now we did back last August because all of us have challenges getting CBCs from cooperating brokers. So anyway, it is what it is. We'll keep improving. We'll keep moving forward, and we'll keep educating our competition, right? So we have a few things to cover today. One that I want to talk about is social media postings. The Real Estate Commission is looking at social media postings. And when I look at some of your postings, they are not, they do not meet the regs. You can't just put a social media up there without putting Keller Williams Real Estate, not KW. That big red KW is not part of our name, and it's not registered as far as the Real Estate Commission is concerned. That is a logo. It's not part of our name. Keller Williams Real Estate has to be on there. Phone number, office phone number has to be on there. With your phone number the same size or smaller. So phone numbers have to be the same. So I'd like you to look at your social media posts, your Facebook pages, make sure that they are in compliance. If you have questions, reach out to David and I. But I would like to see within the next couple of weeks for all of you to look at them, bring them into compliance, because we are going to start checking them on each office. We're going to start checking them, and you're going to be notified because we need to be in compliance. One of the biggest things that the Real Estate Commission fines you and I for is misleading advertising, and not having the company name on there, not having the company phone number on there is misleading advertising. And you and I and the company will get fined on it. So please try to do that within the next couple of weeks because we are going to start checking. David.
So in anticipation of the questions that are going to come in, I will answer all those questions right now. Your name has to be your license name, and it cannot be larger than the full company name, which is Keller Williams Real Estate. Your telephone number cannot be larger than the office number. That's all you need to know. Just go out there and thrive and do that. You need me to repeat that?
So, KW and then Keller Williams underneath. Is that sufficient, or does it need to be KW Keller Williams Real Estate?
Keller Williams Real Estate.
Now, you could have, like, the Keller Williams part could be the same size as your name.
Right.
And then the real estate part of the business name could be a little bit smaller, for design purposes. But that's it for exception. Keller Williams Real Estate, that's our business name.
And if you need the logos, this goes for anyone. I can send them right over to you. They're on Google Drive. We have tons of them. And they all are compliant because they say Keller Williams Real Estate. So.
Anytime you're using a company name, it has to be Keller Williams Real Estate. The reason is that's how we are licensed with Harrisburg. I will tell you how we are actually licensed as Harrisburg, with Harrisburg is Pocono Regional Realty LLC, DBA, doing business as Keller Williams Real Estate, but we have to use the Keller Williams Real Estate. We do get away with Keller Williams being the same size as your name, the real estate being a little smaller. But we can't use Realty. We can't just use Keller Williams. We have to use Keller Williams Real Estate. Okay. No.
So I heard it that you not use the address.
You do not need the mailing address or the business address, just the company name and the licensee name and the phone numbers.
If you have a link that will go to your website where you have everything legal, that will suffice.
Well, I have another thing.
Yeah.
So, and I tracked it out a bit. I don't know if it's on the photos, just putting like my business card with all of the information in, fire that is compliant in one of the photos, that way it's up there. That means-
Yeah, the key is that the people, that the public can find who you are, that you're a real estate agent and who you're with. And that's why a link to your website that has Keller Williams Real Estate and all the legal stuff on it does work on social media posts. That does not work on your Facebook business page or your website though. No. But if you put a post on, then it can link. But you have to have, if you have your business page, your Facebook business page, it has to have all the information on it.
So you really want to optimize.
Right. Good point.
What you should do, file setting, right? Make sure you put the name of the company, phone numbers, everything, so that it's there and covered. Same with Instagram, LinkedIn, all of them. You can do that. Sometimes you have to roll around to figure out how to fit everything. But at least you're trying, and if somebody clicks, they can see where it's from.
Right. Yep.
So many people are posting stuff, and it's like, are you a real estate agent?
Right.
Like, you don't even know. Even if you look at the profile, it's there.
Right.
But I'm not. You could message me directly. Appreciate it.
The first impressions are combing social media for all your guys' posts, just to make sure and letting you guys know. If they see it first, they'll let you know and reach out. Do you think it'd be helpful, Bob, if maybe we had a social media workshop?
Sure.
Andy, Kristen, education, maybe we could get that on the calendar?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And make sure everybody's on the same page and everything is in compliance.
Also compliance workshop.
Ooh, check with Bob. That's gonna be great.
Absolutely. It better be all day. What's that? No, yeah, we won't throw anybody under the bus. Unless you're really bad.
So, and of course, just like all the compliance stuff, sometimes we get a note from compliance, we're like, I missed this, I got to go back. It seems like a pain. All the stuff that we're doing is really for your protection and the protection of the company, right? We don't want to, it's too easy to get your name in the news for, something dumb. So, we're checking on everybody to make sure everybody's in compliance. That way, you're not going to get a fine, and the company's not going to get a fine, which means you're going to get a fine. So, that's the whole thing. So, happy anniversary. If you haven't looked at your email yet, you've gotten this in the email, which is this really nifty thing that Bob showed me this morning, the consumer guide. Why am I being asked to sign a written buyer agreement, which we know as the buyer agency or the BAC in the short form, right? So this thing is sent out to everybody just a little while ago. It's really a great guide. It's in a sense, it's like having a script. If you can take this thing to your buyer consultation and help explain why we have to do things, why we are doing things, what's their benefit for doing this, right? Reading this and getting to know it is like doing a script, because these are questions that people are asking. They're asking all the time. You know, buyers, they have like 8 questions that they're asking. Like every single buyer is going to ask these questions. Every single seller is going to ask these questions. You know, learning the scripts, and this could be part of that, helps us answer these questions with confidence. We are in the communications business, of course, right? There's a lot of good things out there. You keep hearing me over and over and over talk about Phil Jones. That's my favorite right now. But there's a lot of stuff out there about communications, right? So we need to be openly and thoroughly and frequently, repeatedly, redundantly communicating these different things, right, to people. So keep in mind that we're in the communications business, right? We can maybe help ourselves get through transactions a little easier if we're talking to our sellers about maybe things they can be taken care of ahead of time, what to expect during an inspection period, what are your responsibilities as well as your rights, because it's easy for us to talk to people about what they're going to get out of this, but we have to also talk to people about what they have to do to follow the contract, to do everything that they're agreeing to do in order to get to the things that they want. Whether it's a buyer or a seller, they have responsibilities in order to get to the rights. Mr. Nicole.
But in terms of, you know, informing our buyers to come to the mortgage side, when you ask for pre-approval to making an offer on a specific property, the buyers, you know, pay commissions to vary from 0 to 3%. So you have a $300,000 house, and I give them a loan estimate, and if there's no buyer paid, you know, commission, then it's a total number. But if it's a 3%, that could be $9,000 more. I just want to make sure that when we make a pre-approval on this property, we inform the buyer of their responsibility for the buyer pay commission.
Yeah, thank you. So when a buyer sends you a text or an email or a phone call, whatever it is, and says, I want to go see 123 Maple Street, one of the first things we need to do, obviously, is check to see if it's available. Check to see if it's on the Pocono MLS. If not, you'll maybe find out if it's on the Lehigh Valley MLS, but track it down, see if it's actually available. The next thing to do is find out what's the CVC on that. What are they offering? Because the buyers need to know, is it going to cost them more to buy this house than it is to buy this house? So maybe they don't even want to see that house. Right? We're in charge of informing them. We don't want to go to a house, have a buyer fall in love with it, go through the whole process, and then show them the buyer estimated cost sheet that says, oh, by the way, you need another $9,000 out of your bank account in order to buy this house, when maybe the house over there, you don't need anything, or you need $3,000. So it's up to us to keep our people informed and informed and more informed and communicated with on a regular basis.
David, I just want to say, I mean, people are looking at you and they're glazing over because they think this is redundant, right? But this is literally all the complaints that we're getting at our level, right, Kristen?
Had one I was supposed to show on Sunday. Found out that the listing agent, the CDC is 1%, that it's now on the list. It is buyer's choice, not mine.
Right.
Buyers need to
That's right.
know that. Because it could cost them more money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's absolutely, that's the question. Because buyers, so, yeah, if it's again, so it's not really, that is always an option. If you let them buy the house. Right, but their option is to not see it.
They would rather not see it than take a chance on it and not having to negotiate that. That's their choice. So
I'm worried about that.
I would too, because even in my buyer's
Still
program,
kind of scary.
It's their choice though.
it's their choice.
Yeah.
I will take them to stand up.
Yeah.
Well, this one's only 201, this one on 208. She's like, no, I'm not interested. So, and that's her choice. I'll take them to see whatever. And I always tell the buyers, I will negotiate till like I can't see anymore. Is to come out somewhere, whether it be directly from the seller or somewhere else, we'll pull it out somewhere else. But it was her choice to say no.
Again, also on the, I've had instances that the seller called and we told it to me, I would say, if your seller is open to communicate that, you just say, oh, it's 2 bananas. Don't just say that, okay, this is what they offer, but they are open to a conversation with the loan offer or something like that. Like, that they can encourage the buyers to not feel like the door is closed on the page. If you have a listing, they're not, maybe not offering anything. But the seller say, yeah, it's kind of want to see what comes in before you commit to offering this. Communicate that, do your sellers a justice and communicate that, because there's gonna be buyers that won't see the house. It's like, hey, we're open to it, we can have a conversation, put it in the offer. You're more likely to have more people looking at that house.
Buyer's agent, we should be asking if there's a little the agent, just to give us some indication that there might be a little space in there. This listing agent is so often and we should have them. You know, you're not getting anything from me.
Yeah. So, and we're also seeing different things, like up here, like we can make a phone call to, if it's somebody out of our office, there's a good likelihood that's on our website, right? If we're talking to somebody else in the Poconos and we say, hey, what's the CVC on this? Probably you'll get a pretty direct answer. If you are talking to somebody that's working in the Lehigh Valley, they're going to say, put it on the agreement of sale. They're not going to share anything with you, right? So when those are situations that you encounter, you have to talk to your buyer, say, we're going to put this on the offer, whether it's competitive or not. Think in terms of strategy. How much money do you have in the bank? How much money are you willing to spend on this house? Do you want to make your offer look like this at 3%? Would it help you, do you think, if you only put like 1% on the agreement of sale and then pay the rest of the buyer agency? How do you want to put your best foot forward? Have these conversations with your clients so that they are involved in making these decisions.
Go ahead.
So, you have 2 spots on the agreement. Is there anything wrong with making it seller assist instead of commission? It seems like as soon as they see you're asking for more permission, people get attitude. Whereas forever we've negotiated seller assist all day long, and it's not just all working on. So if we just put it in seller assist, is that a thing that we can do?
For me, it is. We used to do it all the time, right?
I think that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because then you lose the seller assist part with the lending part. You do lose.
That-
You can read it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that,
Agent, greedy.
Yeah. No, that's the way I always taught. If you remember, that's how I always taught contracts with you before this all came about. That how do you get your commission when your buyer agency's 3% and they're only offering 2.5%? And I always taught, put a half. You don't have to. It's seller assist. They can use it for their expenses.
it's just their closing, whatever their closing costs are. The reason that it's split out is, who knows? Maybe someday we'll get back to seeing seller assists, for closing costs, 6% at FHA, whatever. And the reason that extra line item is in there, so it doesn't conflict with maxing out on the closing cost assistance that might, the lender might allow.
Yeah, it always affects on what type of financing and everything it is. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Right, underwriting, I'm like, did anything change? This is important, they need to know their closing costs.
Right, absolutely. Jess? Right. Yeah, but they're paying that from the credit that they're getting from the seller. Yeah. Discuss it on broker hour.
Thank you.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, that's just, what you were saying back there. One more thing. When you have a line item that the buyer is going to be paying your buyer agency out of pocket, make sure you're in touch with the lender about that too, because there are times when, Marty and Maria have come to me and said, I just found out that the buyer's also paying the buyer agency, and the buyer didn't remember to tell me this. And they're not looking at the buyer estimated cost sheet necessarily. So just, keep everybody in the loop.
So I see Karen getting the hook out. So
I'm done.
So for all of you that are sitting here saying, what the hell are they talking about? See on broker hour Tuesday at 11.
Perfect. Thank you, Bob. Woo, that was a lot of good information. I appreciate all that. Yay. Thank you, broker guys. Keeping us all on track. If you absolutely don't know what the hell they're talking about, please go there on Tuesday and let's get it right and in compliance. Let's hear from Rosalie Buetti. Yay, Ro. Grab a mic from Colleen. Grab a mic from Colleen. Love to hear about the Rescue Me
Thank
Thrift
you.
Shop.
Yeah,
Please tell us about it.
sure. So many times we come across buyers and sellers that have to remove the contents of the home. They don't need it. They don't want it. So I met this lady not too long ago. She opened up a shop in Effort, and everything in the shop is donated, and everything that she sells, all the proceeds goes to local animal shelters. Yeah, it's awesome. She is an older woman, so I've been helping her out a little bit. But if you have anybody who wants to donate anything, I mean, we're always getting rid of stuff in our own house anyway. No large furniture, like no sofas or anything like that, and no used clothing.
Okay.
Basically, she has antiques in there. She has kids stuff. It's a great shop, and it's kind of neat because it's not like you're going into an old dingy place and it smells funky. No, it's a really
It's
cool.
nice.
It's
Does it
really
stink musty?
It does not.
All right.
And she's got really great old antiques, if that's what you're into. She has lots of dressers that you
Oh,
can
nice.
do for home projects. We're all, maybe that's just me, always looking to fix something. But anyway, if you know anybody, certainly reach out to me and I'll connect you with her.
Thanks, Ro.
Well-
I appreciate it. I saw that they were at the grand opening. Good mic. Upcoming training and events. You guys are probably wondering when I'm going to do this, right? In a second. Upcoming training and events. Immediately following our meeting, we are going to have in-house, we're going to start with our new home construction Q&A on how to buy a land, how to do all that. And then you guys are going to head out and go look at homes that are under construction, or a home that's under construction. Why is this important, Karen? I don't know. Do you guys all know what anything is in a home construction that you're selling? You know everything? Almost everything Joe Stio said, and I believe that. But that's because you know how things are constructed. right? So in order for us to explain and articulate what we're selling, please go and see what it actually is. When I worked designing new homes, that's where me and my crew got the most information, is when we went on site and we looked at various phases of construction. Siting. We have script practice, recon role play every day from 9:30 to 10 via Zoom, right? There you go. Community Growth Mastermind, grow your business with the ALC. That's the first and third Monday at 1 p.m. We are not doing Bold this year. Ooh, yes. Everybody is so sad. Bold has, this year they were changing the months that we were going to be having Bold, and it was just a little bit too tight for us to schedule that. So we are going to be running, again, a listing contest with the growth community. So we'll plug in and we'll give you guys more information about that. Broker Mastermind every Tuesday at 11. 6 Life Disciplines the first and third Tuesday at 1 p.m. in person, followed by the Quilting Club. Join in. There you go. No experience necessary. Upcoming training, America's Preferred Home Warranty. If you're not selling home warranties, I don't know what you're doing. Economics for Realtors. This is coming up on Wednesday, the 20th. This is at noon. Gary just did an economic update down at Mega Camp. We don't have the slides or the information yet from that, but Robert's going to take some of that once we get it. And also he's put together a beautiful presentation for you guys to understand the market, where it's headed, what the economy is doing. If you don't think that's important, you're crazy, because the first question you're going to get asked is it the right time to buy? Is it the right time for me to sell this house? And you better have an answer, right? It's always yes, yes, yes. Today is better than yesterday. Contracts Mastery, Monday at 1 p.m.
It's Wednesday, sorry.
Sorry, typo. Look at the flyer. Wednesday from 1 to 3 here. Deep dive into the agreement of sale. Oh, I'm an experienced agent. Oh, I don't need to come. Oh, I know everything about it. Lies. You most certainly do need to be there. Okay. All right, so on Zoom land, they're going to be going over the new changes to the forms that are come out for September 1st, okay? And then they'll hit the agreement of sale. Prep to get paid, we talked about it with Colleen. Movement mortgage, how to read an appraisal. Oh, don't call me and say the appraisal came in light. What do I do now? Like, they're all, go here and talk to them about it. Fundraiser for Eva Polanski and her family, guys. This is still going on. He is still very sick, and Derek needs to go and get some additional treatment, and he needs to go out of country. So anything you could do would be just tremendous to help them out. And we have our first annual Keller Williams Pocono Classic. Right now, we have around 85 golfers right now. So we are really humming. I'm excited. I think we're going to hit 100 by the end of the next week. All right.
If anybody is planning on going, sign up. I looked at the list of people.
Yeah.
From our office. There's a lot of police officers, a lot of names I don't recognize. Unfortunately, there's a lot. I know there's a lot of golfers here, and nobody signed up.
Well, not only that, there's a dinner option where you could just come to the dinner. It's $45, and that's going to be, you can participate in the tricky tray. We have all kinds of prizes that are going on, TVs, there's all kinds of nice stuff. So come and at least participate for that. That'd be amazing. If you please, yes. Yeah, we all need a final head count before we get there. So that's
So the offices are closed on the day of the golf course, because all of the Novi's and I will be there to support and help get everything facilitated and set up while all of you are golfing.
yes, back. No golf cart races. Hold on, Robert. Danny Holmes? Yeah, absolutely. If you would like to donate something to be raffled for the tricky tray, absolutely bring it in. We would most certainly love that. Cassie. All right, let's get this rolling. Cassie.
So basically, just go onto Facebook and find the Olson Christmas Wish Facebook page, learn about it. They just had their awesome event that unfortunately I had to miss on Saturday, where little Mikey, who everybody who's in OCW before walked at the event. So it's a really great thing and why we do this. I know there's a lot of new agents in here who haven't been a part, but it's really phenomenal and it's close to home. So
Thank you. And give the mic to Robert. Robert, you're up next.
Still looking for volunteers.
Yeah, we could absolutely use volunteers.
sign up for volunteer.
Yes, there is. Yep, it's on the drive. Yep, just let Colleen know if you'd like to volunteer. So these are all of our things that we have coming up. We do have an exciting tax sale field trip, right? That's coming up, Kristen, tax sale field trip.
Public would be cool, and we have to be quiet, not social. So, but if you're gonna be attending, we'll have to consider.
That's awesome. And then I just want to point out a couple things. You'll get all of this. We just put on the calendar on December the 6th, KW movie night and pictures with Santa at Pocono Cinema. So we'll have a thing for that. That'll be a really fun day too. I'm excited about that. There's the bonfire at Cassie's house, business planning with me. I'll be teaching down at PMAR business planning, and that's going to be in October. I'll also do it here for you guys, potentially with Dan Taylor, who loves to teach business planning. So we'll bring him in as a special guest. The media room is open. Additional resources. Here's all your stuff. Market update, Canva information, bold. We're not having it. If you want to go somewhere, here, scan this thing and find out where there is one. All right, because it's not going to be here. Excuse me. KW Podcast Network. Here you go. Pay Score. We know it. The Rookie Real Estate Agent book.
What did the most
came out.
successful real estate agents do? And
All right. It's a life-changing publication. Just so you know. KW Cares Transact with Impact Week is coming up. So please, if you're having a closing, donate to KW Cares, KW Next Gen. There's the information, Women of Influence, KW Belonging, Landon Summit. Everybody, please call everybody in a CCPA friendly, compliant way. I'm going to give you a quick mindset moment. We have like 2 minutes. I'm going to rip through this really quickly, okay? So I don't know if anybody's listened to my podcast. I do have one out. Appointment this past week, and when I was walking around the halls, I don't think anybody heard it. I don't think anybody heard it because I said, what are the biggest challenges that you're having? And they said, getting back on track when we're derailed. Oof. Okay, well, plug into episode 4, but I'll give you a little bit of a recap here, okay? Your brain is actually a prediction machine. Your brain, when something happens, already maps out how they think and you think it's supposed to go. Has everybody here had the greatest week of your life where everything went well? Exactly how you expected it to go, right? Everything went exactly how you visioned it in your mind. So what it's called is we're anticipating what's next, and your brain creates this reward pathway. What happens in the middle is reality happens. And then we are screwed and we don't know how to get ourselves back. Our reality happens and then stress response happens because it isn't going the way that we wanted it to go. So you're going to need to break this stress response to get you back on track to where you were headed, or you're going to keep repeating a stress response over and over and over again. You ever have some shit happening and you won't stop talking about it? I know you do because I hear it. I hear it constantly. And you know what? It drives me absolutely mad when I'm hearing the same story from something that happened to somebody for the past 3 weeks. What kind of time and energy are you wasting focusing on that instead of how to get around it? Tara Brach calls it radical acceptance. straight up, this isn't what I wanted. You need to understand that. This doesn't feel good, okay? But this is where I'm at right now. Once I could identify where I'm at, then I know how to move. Does that make sense? Do we all do that? No, we don't. You are wasting your time and energy if you think that your peace depends on someone else rising to the occasion. Ooh, oof, that's a good one. Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about the real cost of winning and whether you're actually willing to pay the price for it. People are watching you and how you respond to right after you're let down. Okay? They are watching you, and that is how they decide who you are. When you are put your back against the wall, your next move dictates who you actually are. I'm going to flip this board over really quick. I know. I'll give it to you in 1 minute. Watch the screen. Oh my goodness. There goes profit share. Gotta buy a new TV. All right, Colleen, am I good in here on the thing? Derailed does not need to equal detoured. Ryan Holiday says the obstacle is the way. He has a book. That's what it is. Go read it. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in your way becomes your way if you know how to handle it. Do you all know how to handle it when you get derailed? Sometimes, but we need to practice that consistently so it becomes our habit, right? In our mind, we have a plan, and then there's a bunch of crap that happens right in the way. There's 2 arrows and 2 paths you're going to take right here. You're going to recover or you're going to spiral. Which one are you going to do? Because I see a lot of the spirals, an awful lot. So you cannot avoid derailing your life. Derailing happens. It's going to happen. You're a human on the planet with other humans that don't know how to behave. Okay? They just don't. The key to this is to recover so quickly that it's barely noticeable. And that is leadership. If you master that, that is leadership right there. The Harvard Business Review did a study. They said the speed of recovery equals long-term performance success. How fast you recover from a setback is going to determine how successful you're going to be. Okay? James Clear in Atomic Habits, we do not rise to meet our goals. Guess what we only rise to? The systems that we have. So maybe if you're not hitting your goals, you need better systems. Here's 3 different things that you're going to do to get yourself back on track when you get derailed or detoured, okay? It's the 3R reset. Recognize this derailed me. Pretending you're fine causes more damage than it does good. It's like driving on a flat tire in a car. You are only hurting that car worse and worse and worse until you say, this shit is something I don't want. This is what happened. I'm going to reframe it. What is my opportunity right here? Reframing improves your problem solving by 60%. You can't figure some shit out different way, because I'm going to tell you 60% it'll get you there quicker. Re-engage. One micro action, one little tiny action within 15 minutes will get you moving. Your brain needs completion. Okay? You're wired that your brain craves it. So you need to set yourself up with little small wins. Once you get off track, something knocks you off track, go and have a small win, because that's going to be your single biggest motivator. A little small win. Maybe you start by, I don't know, to me, every time I get derailed, I redesign my bedroom like an asshole. I spend money on bedding. I do whatever, but I feel so accomplished being able to visually go in and seeing a different space that it centers me. What are you doing? Catch the thought, name it, flip the lens, and then you act from the reframe. That's all I got, guys. I did it in 3 minutes. Thank you. So I hope you read some of these books and you also join me on my podcast, The Thread and the Threshold, which drops every single Tuesday, wherever you podcast. And eventually I'll get the sound right. Okay? So thank you guys so much. Remember, it's $5 for lunch, and that goes to KW Cares. Okay? What do we got next? Nothing. We're all good. Thanks, guys. Enjoy lunch.